Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers, and today we are talking about Myles Garrett being traded to the Rams. Yes, this is a Lions channel, but somehow we're talking about the Rams, mainly because this is the news, and Lions fans are highly upset that Les Snead has made another blockbuster while their GM has been more conservative. I am a little upset because I know that our road to the playoff or a Super Bowl has gotten twice as hard. I just don't understand the fact that Lions fans believe that we could have gotten Myles Garrett, looking at the compensation that the Rams gave up for Myles Garrett. Um, if you're unaware, right? The Rams traded Jared Verse, a first, a second, and a third for Myles Garrett. I do not believe that the Lions have enough to match that. I don't believe the Lions had enough to get Jared Verse, let alone Myles Garrett. That's where I am with it, right? And everybody's kind of trying to make this a Brad Holmes Les Snead thing, but let's be real. The people that we could actually put into a trade package for the most part are all hurt. We don't have anything that adds up to Jared Verse. Jared Verse is a defensive end that was drafted 2 years ago. He has two Pro Bowls. He has no injury history. So two Pro Bowls, no injury history. 25. You are the he was traded to the Cleveland Browns. Andrew Berry, the GM for the Cleveland Browns, literally has to make sure that he trades for a talented player that's young that they have control over because he's in Cleveland and he's the Browns. He has to give the player enough time to fall in love with Cleveland, right? Because a 1 year deal, like trading Myles Garrett for a guy on an expiring contract, is insanity. So when you look at what the Lions have that are movable pieces, realistically, there's no way we could have added up to Jared Verse, just to Jared Verse. The Rams said, let's put something on top of that. A first, a second, and a third. The Lions don't have anything that adds up to Jared Verse, a first, a second, and a third. There's the certainty of knowing that I have a guy that is a Pro Bowl caliber player that is under contract for the next 3 years with no injury history. The Lions, I just want to think, every Lions fan, just think about your defense. Outside of Aiden Hutchinson, who is on a rookie contract, right? And I know Hutch is on a crazy contract. He's not on a rookie contract. There's nobody that the Lions have that is on a rookie contract that is super talented, Pro Bowl level player that has no injury history that the Lions would actually move, right? If Terrion was Patrick Surtain, we might have been able to make something shake for Myles Garrett, but unfortunately he is not. Brian Branch is coming off an Achilles. Kirby Joseph has a knee, and we're still a little wary about that knee. Aleem McNeil had his worst season, is making $30 million. So I just want you to think, if you're Andrew Berry, would you take any of that, even a collection of that, over Jared Verse and picks? And if you're being honest with yourself, you know there is no way that if you were the GM of the Browns that you would accept anything less than Jared Verse and those picks. Mind you, let's move to the offense. Maybe you would sit there and think, you know what, I could probably use JMO. Yeah, help my offense. Use JMO. I could trade JMO. They can give me multiple firsts. But I want y'all to understand, we have, as the Lions organization, we found 1,000,000 wide receivers. We found one defensive end, and we struggled to get the rest of those defensive ends. The Cleveland Browns haven't been able to get defensive ends outside of Myles Garrett like that either. So I want you to understand, finding another defensive end is harder than finding another receiver. Good receivers come out of every draft. There are drafts, like the 2024 draft, where there's like 2 defensive ends in the whole draft. Everybody else sucked. No. Everybody else in that draft sucked. 2025, the leading pass rusher, the leading sack getter in 2020 in the 2025 draft was Nick Scorton. He's not like that. So I'm definitely picking a defensive end over another receiver because there's a receiver that comes out every year. You get like 10 to 15 of them that are quality, that are good enough every year. Needle movers at defensive end do not come out like that. There's a reason why defensive ends get paid like quarterbacks. I don't think we have anything that would move the needle for Andrew Berry, especially if he's trading away Myles Garrett. I don't know if we could have called the Rams to see if we can get Jared Verse. I would if I'm Les Snead. I'm looking at it like, hey, everybody that you got that's good over there got ACLs and MCLs and Achilles, and even Hutch done broke his leg. So I'm sitting there thinking like, nah, man, you keep all that. I got healthy dudes here. I got a healthy 25-year-old, 2 Pro Bowls, gotten better every year he's been in the league. He's probably going to have a 3rd Pro Bowl. He's on track. I'm pretty sure that he can break into being a great player. So when people act as if, oh, every trade that is made is somehow a referendum on Brad Holmes, I just don't get it. I'll never understand that, because it's like, oh, other teams did this, but you can always see the hole in the logic. It's like, oh, the Panthers got Jalen Phillips. He makes $130 million and he's 2 ACLs. Like, it's a lot of holes in these logics of when it comes to defensive ends and how we don't get them and all that. We finally get Derek Moore, and people are like, I don't like Derek Moore. We should have gotten Max Crosby, right? Even Max Crosby was halfway traded. Team said that's a little bit too much, and he coming off an injury, right? Like, people are wary about injury, and we don't. We have a bunch of injured toys. We're not going to be able to move these guys, especially on expiring contracts, because people have contract issues. Teams have contract issues. They have cap issues. The cap matters. So age, potential, talent, and cap all matters. And Jared Verse is perfect with that. Plus, they gave the picks up. And I would give the picks up too, but we just don't have that super talent that we could just give up, right? Unless we were willing to trade Hutch a couple years ago for Myles Garrett, and Cleveland was open to it. We just don't. I don't see why people are upset, right? And I feel like the Lions fan base has gotten so tired of watching 2 or 3 teams be super aggressive and keep getting guys, Howie Roseman, Les Snead, and I just want y'all to pay attention that all this aggression they got 2 Super Bowls between them. John Schneider ain't super aggressive doing all that. He don't got all of that. He got multiple Super Bowls. Brett Veach, multiple. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He got 1. I mean, no, Brett Veach got multiple Super Bowls. They let guys go. It's not, hey, let's make 50,000 trades. I understand that both styles can lead you to championships, but the Lions just don't practice that style. And even if we wanted to, this is one of those situations where we just don't match up with the talent that they're willing to give up, because we don't even have that talent. We don't have that perfect situation. And that's really all I got to say on it. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. And whether it's game day, draft day, any day in between, Lions Live 365. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.